Frozen's Elsa has definitely garnered a lot of fans throughout the world since it hit cinemas back in 2013. The queen with the frozen heart in need of the healing power of love, a captivating storyline indeed.
But what many didn't know is that there is a thought that the character of Queen Elsa is actually based on a real woman. This woman is said to have rejected the famous writer, Hans Christian Andersen. Who is she?
Hey guys, it's Nick.
And I am Josh, and we're from Eventful Insights.
Today we're going to learn about Jenny Lind, who is thought to be the inspiration for Queen Elsa.
How true is this idea? Let's find out.
Before we begin, why don't you tell us in the comments below? Are you a fan of the Frozen movies?
Now let's start by having a quick run-through of Disney's portrayal of Queen Elsa through Frozen. In the land of Arendelle, a king and queen became parents to two girls. Elsa, the older one, has the ability to make and control ice and snow, while Anna, the younger sister, doesn't have any magical powers. Accidentally hurting Anna with her ice powers, Elsa's parents decide to keep her locked away in the castle until she can manage her abilities. This leads to Elsa spending her entire childhood in isolation, and Anna grows up without a sister to play with. As Elsa reaches adulthood, the kingdom gets ready for her coronation as queen, resulting in a grand celebration. Anna, excited to be out of the castle, meets Prince Hans and quickly agrees to marry him after minimal time together. When Elsa learns about Anna's decision, she withholds her approval, causing her emotions to trigger her ice powers. Elsa escapes the kingdom, covering Arendelle in ice and leaving the throne without a ruler. Determined to bring her sister back, Anna embarks on a journey with a working-class guy named Kristoff. Meanwhile, Elsa, in a distant ice castle, learns to embrace her powers for the first time. As Anna catches up with Elsa, she faces a choice: either reconcile with her family and make things right, or stay away from societal restrictions and judgments.
Now, Frozen is believed to draw loose inspiration from Hans Christian Andersen's The Snow Queen, primarily due to the presence of a queen possessing winter, snow, and ice powers. However, it's suggested that Andersen's imagination might not be the sole source of the fairy tale. There's a rumor that Jenny Lind, a renowned Swedish opera singer, served as the inspiration for the Snow Queen herself. According to the speculation, Andersen transformed Lind into the character after she rejected his romantic advances, portraying her as a woman with a heart of ice in the tale. So, what's the story between Lind and Andersen? In 1843, when Andersen first heard Jenny Lind sing, he was so impressed that he described it as a new revelation in art. In his own words, as translated in The Story of My Life, he said her voice was fresh and youthful, touching everyone's hearts with its truth and naturalness. The whole city of Copenhagen was thrilled by her performance. This description of Lind's singing bears a striking resemblance to Andersen's fairy tale The Nightingale, where a beautiful voice of the nightingale captivates the Chinese emperor and his court. Andersen not only associates Lind's performances with the concept of truth, but also echoes the ending of his story. In The Nightingale, the real nightingale becomes an advisor to the emperor, sharing everything about his land and people. In essence, the nightingale can be seen as Andersen's highly complimentary portrayal of Lind.
So, what exactly happens in Snow Queen that creates the idea that it was inspired by Jenny Lind? In The Snow Queen, the story starts with a magical mirror crafted by trolls that breaks into pieces. These shards embed themselves in the heart and eye of a boy named Kai, changing him significantly. Kai departs from his home to reside with the Snow Queen. In the meantime, his friend Gerda sets out on a journey to find Kai, and through numerous adventures, she eventually locates him. It is Gerda's kisses that melt the mirror shards, ultimately liberating Kai from the clutches of the Snow Queen. According to Carol Rosen's biography of Andersen, she suggests that the character of the Snow Queen was inspired by Jenny Lind. However, there's a significant contrast between the pure and innocent nightingale and the cold Snow Queen. This difference is explained by Lind rejecting Andersen's marriage proposal. Lind viewed their relationship as more of a platonic bond, considering him like a brother rather than a romantic partner.
Are you so far convinced that Jenny Lind is the inspiration for Snow Queen? Tell us what you think in the comments below.
Now, let's compare and contrast Disney's Frozen and Andersen's Snow Queen. Divided into 7 parts, The Snow Queen narrates the tale of 2 young friends, Kai and Gerda, whose innocence and friendship are challenged following a mysterious encounter with the titular ice-hearted ruler. A significant deviation from Anderson's original work is the transformation of the Snow Queen from the story's central antagonist into the main protagonist of the Disney movie. In Anderson's version, the Snow Queen is unmistakably evil, luring a young boy away from his family with deceitful allure, all while expecting him to freeze to death. In contrast, Frozen's Snow Queen is not malicious. This modern counterpart is simply confused and scared. Unable to control her powers, Elsa chooses to run away from home and live in self-imposed isolation, crafting a stunning crystalline castle and undergoing a glamorous transformation. Eventually, she realizes that she must confront her inner struggles by thawing her icy demeanor and embracing the healing influence of love.
Additionally, Elsa possesses powers similar to the Snow Queen, but in a milder and less intense form. They both can create large ice castles, manipulate wintry weather, and summon snow creatures for personal defense. Neither queen seems to be influenced by the cold. A significant distinction in their abilities is that Elsa is still learning and coming to terms with her supernatural side, whereas the Snow Queen appears to have full mastery and control over her magic. The Snow Queen is enchanting and lovely, with her powers reaching their peak in locations already gripped by winter. She has the ability to transform into a snowflake and can fly, while her kisses possess the power to numb cold, induce forgetfulness, and even cause harm. One significant contrast between Elsa and the Snow Queen lies in the motives and intentions driving their powers. The Snow Queen employs her magic for malicious purposes, whereas Elsa merely desires peace and the freedom to realize her true self on her own terms.
One of the major distinctions between Anderson's fairy tale and Disney's cinematic adaptation is the omission of almost all original characters, replaced instead by heroines and sidekicks designed for humor and merchandising opportunities. In The Snow Queen, the central focus is on the lives of best friends Kai and Gerda, who serve as the protagonists. Frozen alters the dynamics by turning the sibling-like Kai and Gerda into sisters Anna and Elsa. Disney also adjusts the ages of the main characters from young children to young adults and replaces their humble origins with a royal background. Frozen also omits many of Anderson's supporting characters, such as a helpful crow couple, storytelling flowers, a wise grandmother, an evil goblin, a band of robbers, and a well-intentioned prince and princess, among others. Instead, Frozen introduces viewers to a carefree group of love trolls and Olaf, a snowman with buck teeth who adores warm hugs and participates in musical performances. Notably, the narrative shifts the role of the antagonist from the Snow Queen to Prince Hans, a smooth-talking scoundrel seeking to take advantage of Princess Anna's innocence and misguided notions of romantic love.
Also, not all characters in Frozen are entirely new. Some have undergone significant transformations that make them almost unrecognizable. The harsh and problematic character of the little robber girl is reshaped into the friendly Kristoff, a bold ice harvester who joins Anna in her mission to retrieve her older sister and save their snow-covered home. In The Snow Queen, the little robber girl kidnaps, intimidates, and threatens to harm Gerda, all while holding a sentient reindeer hostage with a knife. These violent elements are considerably softened in the Disney movie, with the captive reindeer becoming Sven, Kristoff's faithful companion, now akin to a Nordic golden retriever. Furthermore, Frozen keeps Gerda and Anna's basic journey to the Snow Queen's castle, but it changes a lot of the smaller stories in the original tale. In The Snow Queen, it all starts with the devil pretending to be a wicked troll. He creates a mirror that messes up how things really are, and later it breaks into icy pieces that go into people's eyes and hearts. Kai gets hit by these ice bits, and it makes him cold and distant from Gerda. It also makes him easy for the Snow Queen to influence. In Frozen, they skip the whole mirror troll thing, and Anna's heart gets accidentally frozen when Elsa loses control of her powers.
Even though Anna gets hit by ice twice, once as a little kid and again later on, her positive outlook and naturally kind personality stayed the same. Another difference between The Snow Queen and Frozen is that when the ice starts spreading in Anna's heart, She seems really cold, but Kai never feels the pain of frostbite. Even when he turns so blue, he almost looks black. Kai can't feel the icy cold because the Snow Queen's kisses work like painkillers. And even though Kai and Anna both get saved from the ice affecting their hearts, the rescues happen a bit differently. When Gerda sees Kai almost lifeless and frozen, her tears fall on him and melt the ice stuck in his heart, breaking the Snow Queen's spell. Anna, on the other hand, is saved by an act of true love. But it's not the romantic love she thought. It's the warm, devoted affection of her sister Elsa. In a similar way, both Gerda and Elsa realized that they had these warm, life-saving qualities within them all along. Ultimately, we can confidently say that Jenny Lind inspired an author, and his stories, in turn, still inspire and captivate many hearts, even 213 years after he was born.
What do you think about this story? Do we credit Jenny Lind for inspiring Frozen? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed watching this video, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell to get notified in our next video. Thanks for watching.